Miami Tower Cessna 527 Bravo Charlie ready for departure runway 8 right IFR to Key West.
Cessna 527 Bravo Charlie altimeter 29.9er 2 wind calm. Cleared for takeoff runway 8 right.
Cleared for takeoff runway 8 right Cessna 527 Bravo Charlie.
Okay, we are at Miami International and we're taking off to the west. We'll get this out of the way. We're going to turn the lights on. But we're heading for Key West. And we'll put the light there. Let's see if we go outside. There we go. And we'll just take this kind of look right there. Take the brakes off. And we got to go back inside. Go back inside just to check and see that we have our, yeah, the departure looks right. We'll go ahead and put this in position. And we'll worry about the connection down south. Oh, we have to see our altitude that we're climbing to. It'll give us, should be a low altitude. Miami to 13,000 feet. It's a little higher than I expected. But that's what you do. 13,000. 13,000. Vertical speed at 3,000 feet a minute. 3,000 feet a minute or thereabouts. Nav. Should follow right on it. Outside. There we go. Take brakes off. I think they're off.
No takeoff. No takeoff.
There we go. Had the brakes off already. Now we'll be turning right to head down the Keys. Get it up to about 110 or so. There we go. Getting the gear up early. Get it turning right a little bit. Flaps up. And we'll go in and turn on the autopilot. Here we go.
Cessna 7 Bravo Charlie, contact Miami departure on 126.85.
Wanted to go straight from right there. There it goes, right there. There it goes.
126.85 Cessna 7 Bravo Charlie. Goodbye. Miami departure Cessna 527 Bravo Charlie is passing 2,000 feet, climbing 13,000 feet.
Cessna 527 Bravo Charlie, Miami departure altimeter 29.9er 2 radar contact.
There goes
Continue
Miami.
to BLLR.
We'll see Miami Beach in just a second. We're going to turn on the auto throttle. Right there. That's on. So it keeps us under, so 13,000. We can see the 250. Let's see how we're doing on our chart here. Yeah, that all looks good. We can put that up in the upper right hand corner. Just keep an eye on that. Leaving the Miami area. We look down the beach. There's Miami Beach. Miami Beach right out there. There's Miami. Biscayne Bay. I don't know where Biscayne Bay is, but that might be it right there. I just remember the name Biscayne Bay.
Tower on 119er, decimal, tree JetBlue 149er,
So we'll go back forward. right there. So we can kind of see as we head down the Keys here. Now what we're doing is we're following a boat which is being shuttled from a boat show to Fort Myers. And it heads down almost to Key West. And so the question is whether they want to stay on the inland waterway and cut across or go down further south. But right,
Bravo Charlie, contact Miami Center on 123.775. Good day. Climb and maintain flight level 180. Expect ILS runway 10 right approach via Foxtrot Lima Lima transition. Cleared to Foxtrot Lima Lima JetBlue 2374 Heavy.
123.775 Cessna 7 Bravo Charlie. Goodbye. Miami Center Cessna 527 Bravo Charlie is at 9,700 feet, climbing 13,000 feet.
Cessna 527 Bravo Charlie, Miami Center altimeter 29.902 radar contact. Continue to AUSTI.
so you can see the outer reef out there, and we're going to go down right down the coast of Florida.
Report them in sight.
The boat,
Cessna 7 Bravo Charlie, climb and maintain flight level 260.
I'm going to stay at 13,000. So I'm
Miami
just going
Center
to,
JetBlue 2374 Heavy is passing
I'm going to say okay
8,600
on
feet,
that. But
descending
we're going to stay at
4,000 feet.
13,000.
JetBlue 2374 Heavy, Miami Center altimeter 29.902 radar contact. Continue to Foxtrot Lima. American 2838 Heavy traffic is 7 o'clock 3 miles at 13,200 feet Airbus A20N. Report them in sight. Bank Air 712 Heavy contact approach on 124.85.
There's 13,000.
Climb and maintain flight level 260
Well, I'm going
Cessna
to
7
cancel
Bravo Charlie.
IFR.
American 2367 Heavy traffic is 6 o'clock 2 miles at 15,700 feet Airbus A20N. Report them in sight. 124.85 Bank Air 712 Heavy. Goodbye. American 2367 Heavy, Happy Airbus A20N in sight.
Miami Center Cessna 7 Bravo Charlie. Cancel IFR at this time.
Cessna 7 Bravo Charlie IFR flight plan is canceled. Radar service terminated.
Ocean Reef Club.
Squawk 1200. Maintain VFR. Frequency change approved. Good day.
So the Keys go right down there. You could have gone. This is Captain. I forget what he calls himself. Captain.
American 2367
I'm Captain
Heavy traffic
Crunch.
is 6 o'clock 2 miles at 14,600 feet
I think
Airbus
he's
A20N.
Captain Coach
Report them in sight.
because he coaches people
American
on.
2838 Heavy traffic is 11 o'clock 2 miles at 12,500 feet Airbus A20N. Report them in sight.
Where do I want to go?
American 2161 Heavy contact Miami approach on 125.75.
Hey, that quiets that
American
down.
1600 Heavy contact Miami Center on 132.4. Good day.
American 2367 Heavy. American 2838 Heavy traffic alert. 11 o'clock less than 1 mile 12,002. American 2367 Heavy traffic in sight.
We'll get off of that so we don't have to listen to that because I want to talk. Anyway, he could have come down the inland way and then run around Florida, but all of this takes time. So he chose to run out in the Atlantic Ocean here, and you have to run down to Marathon, and just south of Marathon is a 7-mile bridge. And it has a high rise in it, so you can go under the 7-mile bridge. It used to just be a causeway, and they probably had a drawbridge in the middle. But now I believe they have a high rise there. and we're doing 383 knots. We did want to stay here, and we're just following. We're following the course that the captain he's in the 1800 horsepower Valhalla, the V-46, and it's a boat delivery. But I don't think he's delivering this. Oh, eventually it's a delivery because he ends up at St. Petersburg in Tampa Bay. So I think we'll ultimately end up there. But right now we're going to Fort Myers, and so we're seeing these keys. We're following the keys. Highway 1 runs right down along here to Key West, and we just want to keep following here what we're doing. And it's pretty obvious what we're doing is we're following the keys down to where he turned left at just after Marathon Key, and went under the 7-mile bridge on his way to Fort Myers, and that was for a demonstration. And then we have Duckboat Key, and what do we have? Longboat Key and Duckboat Key, and then Marathon. So we'll spot these as we get closer here. There's Plantation Key. I don't remember this Tavernero. I did go to sonar school in Key West in 1956. I was in Key West, Florida. I was 18 years old. Going to sonar school, 6-month Class A school in Key West, Florida. I did this in the F-15, just practicing, and somehow the F-15. We don't want to do that. We don't want to do that. So we're gonna continue. When we get here to Mayer, we're gonna come down here to we're gonna have to find the key. I get the name here. We'll just go direct to Miami. I mean to Key West. So now we're going to kick in Key West. So we're going to go inside the flight here. It might be all right on our chart. Let's see what it's doing there. No, it's not doing what we need there. So we want to go to Key West, KEYW. So we go here, flight plan, and direct to KEYW. Let's see here. KEYW right there. KEYW right there. So we need to go direct, let's see here. Let's go down one. There, down one more. Burpee, tally. So let's go here. Direct. That's better. So we get a 3,000 feet with tally. So we'll start. We're not ready to start down. There's tally. We might have to go in VFR just because I had to change it, because I wanted to show you Let's see here. Let's go back outside. Yeah, so here's, could be Longboat Key right here. And then here's Marathon right there. So we need to start down. Let's see how we're doing here. Yeah, there's Key West right there. And where are we right now? We're still up here at Duckboat Key. There we go. So we want to keep going. We're not quite ready for, here's Marathon right there. And so it's just after Marathon is the 7, so we need to start dropping down at Marathon. So we'll leave this out. So when we get close to Marathon, and again we got Longboat Key and then Duckboat Key, and I don't know which is which, but I do know Marathon, and it says Marathon right there. This looks like a 7-mile bridge here, but it isn't. It's after Marathon. And some of these they call a causeway. And I think these are coral reefs, is what built these up. This is a coral reef. It's interesting that it's in that kind of a semicircle here. We'll go out here and we'll get where you can see how this comes off of the tip of Florida and just kind of goes out and ends up going west. And this Key West is like less than 100 miles. We can now see down to Key West. I can barely see it. Possibly you can't quite see that. So now it's time to start down. So we need to come over here and drop. We'll drop down to 3,000 feet. We'll come on down at how about 3,000 feet a minute. Yeah, we might increase that to 4,000. 4,000 feet a minute. There we go. Marathon Key, and we just let everything stay on automatic here. We'll see, it goes down to 253 feet, possibly it will lock on. It will lock on to the approach, so we will see if we can get it to go. Yeah, it's on approach right now. So possibly so we'll drop it down to 3,000, and it should pick up the glide slope. Here, what's the name of this feed? T-A-L. Tally, T-A-L-E-E. It looks like Tally Key intersection. Tally intersection. Here it is right here. Tally intersection. It looks like it's straight in from there. So by Tally intersection, we need to be at 3,000. We're over Marathon right now, and I don't see the little glide slope coming down yet. But if the glide slope comes in, we'll just go for it. And let's see what's our airspeed now. We'll go ahead back over here, and we got 326. The Marathon Key, and there should be an airport right there. Yeah, there it is. There's the airport right there at Marathon Key. I don't know whether they run a marathon there or not. And then this is a 7-mile bridge. I remember that. We're 4,000. We're going to level off at 3,000 feet. Yeah, we can go ahead That's telling us that we're about level, and our power should start coming up. We should be slowed down to about 250. We're 293, truing out, 293. And this is where the boat, the Valhalla, I think it's probably a 46-foot boat. But anyway, it's pretty big. It has a cabin and everything, flying bridge. So he runs that over to Fort Myers for a demonstration. Down the Keys. Here I get to visit old Key West again. And that's probably Key West isn't popping up yet. But this is a nice ride. I guess you could say you're almost in the Caribbean, but South Florida. Definitely in the Atlantic. I hear the power coming back in. We're a little slow. Let's run our. Yeah, we can run this a little hotter here. .230. Yeah, we can go a little faster than that. We can go a little faster than that to get to Key West here. Take over. At some point I'll turn off the auto throttle. Is that fun to look at it that way? Yeah. I don't know. It's level at 3,000 feet. We can drop down to 2,000. Let's see where haven't seen hide nor hair of the. See if we're on approach. Yep. So we haven't seen our glide slope yet start down. But everything's green, and just GP is in the white, so it's on standby to intercept the glide slope. Why is GP? I don't get it. I don't understand what GP stands for. Okay, we're doing 250. I let it get a little slow. Yeah, we go back outside, enjoy the Keys. Now, looks like the after the 7 mile bridge, this 7 mile bridge goes across there, then it heads on over this way. The Highway 1 does. Highway 1 is going over that in that direction. Then we're going to start seeing Sugarloaf Shores. I don't remember Sugarloaf Shores. And there's Key West right there. And we're just starting our turn at Tally intersection. And that's probably Key West right there. Yeah, Key West Naval Air Station, and that's on this end of the island, or the Key, and then further on down is Key West International Airport. I have a friend that I played golf with here. He's gone now. Al, have to think of Al's last name. Koenig. Al Koenig was a dental dentist in the Navy dentist. And he lived here in Monterey. I know his daughter. His daughter married my roommate at Humboldt. And his son retired here. His son is I think a emergency room doctor from down south. And we see each other about once a month. Bill Koenig, his son. But I met them all separately. I met the son at the local college here. He went to Cal, and I was just working my way up to fly the mail at Humboldt. I didn't know it at the time, but I was instructing in Monterey, and I better pay attention here. Start watching for we haven't intercepted the glide slope yet, but we're just going to leave it here. It should intercept the glide slope. And we will get excited about Key West when we get a little closer. Possibly Al Koenig and I were on Key West at the same time, but didn't know it. My teeth, I didn't need to see a dentist while I was there. Okay, we should start intercepting. Let's see it here. Yeah, it's just about to intercept. There's the little triangle coming down. We're going to intercept the glide slope. Now we have to start slowing down. Get this thing slowed down to 150. And get the flaps down a little bit. Just get it slowed down to about 150. 150 knots. Here we go. We can bring in another notch of flap. And I see the airport right there. That's the Naval Air Station where Al was stationed there. Al's wife looked like Mrs. C's of C's Candy. I forget her name right now. She's gone. And we can drop our wheels as we go by the Naval Air Station. Here we go. Yeah, everything looks like it's working fine here today. And we'll start looking out for Key West. See if it's hanging on the glide slope. Yeah, it's right on the glide slope. We're slowly letting down. We're 146. Let's drop it down to 140. There we go. And pretty soon we're going to turn off the autopilot. Does that turn off the auto throttle at the same time? I'll find out. Let's go outside and go back behind the tail. Yeah, we're all lined up. Put full flap in. Hello, Key West. Let's turn off the power. I mean the autopilot. And let's see if the throttle. And we have to go down and turn the auto throttle off. There, throttle's off. And then we have to make sure we don't miss the runway. There, we got a little slowed down while we're distracted. Get it back up to 130. And my throttle is kind of rinky-dink, so you probably why don't use the thrust reversers. And we're a little cockeyed here.
200.
A little cockeyed.
100. 50. 40. 30. 20. 10. 10.
Let it roll out to the end. I like that flight.